Alrighty, Zero Hedge. Here's that unemployment number. Here is the real April jobs report. 42 million unemployed, 25.5% unemployment rate. Now, today Sunday evening, I was at my sister's house. Family, we all went over there. Hey, Mother's Day hangout, whatever. My dad was there, mom was there, whatever. And my dad and I were chatting, and my brother-in-law were chatting too. And he goes, "Oh, my friend, he has his own lawn care service. He does my lawn, actually. Rather pay someone else or do it myself. Yeah, I'll throw him a bone, throw my brother-in-law some money." So he does my lawn. But he's like, "Oh, this other friend we have, they have a large operation going on like that." He goes, "Everybody filed for unemployment after this happened. Well, they're back open. They've got jobs to do. He's got 3 trucks sitting that he needs to get people in there. There's like work to do." He goes, "But the employees are refusing to come back because with the little bonus and everything, they're basically making more sitting at home doing nothing. So they don't want why go back to work." And I said, "See, Dad? That's socialism. Why would anybody, honestly, if given the opportunity, hey, do you want to go sweat in the hot Florida sun in this case? Riding a mower all day, dust flying in your face? Or do you want to sit at home playing video games and earning what you're earned out there or leaving slightly more? Well, I don't have to get up. I don't have to deal with anybody's crap. I don't deal with my boss's crap. I got to go fill the stupid truck up with gas and fill all the tanks up. I'll stay at home and get paid for nothing." See why it's real easy for people to want to jump onto socialism? And Penny Kelly told us, "Hey, I saw when this all ends, this whole thing is going to end. Trump's going to, arrest these people. The damage is done." He may have to implement 1 or 2 socialistic type of programs because the damage is so severe for fighting the deep state. Everyone out of a job for so long, businesses closing, that he's going to have to say, "I don't want to do this, but I have to in order to help the people." Because if he doesn't, it'll be more painful to not do it than to do it at that point because the damage has been done in advance. I'm thinking it's got something to do with probably universal basic income, maybe. I don't know. That's my opinion. So, 42 million unemployed, 25.5% unemployment rate. Friday's job report, according to which a record 20.5 million jobs were lost in April, some 10 times more than the depths of the Great Depression, resulting in a 14.7% unemployment rate, was ugly enough as is. The New York Times summarizing the catastrophic nature of the economic collapse with the following creative front page, which says, "U.S. unemployment is worse since Depression." Of course, they want to make it sound like Trump's at fault. But he's already turned it on them, and everyone's screaming at the Democrats for it. The truth, unfortunately, is even uglier. While it is true that what the BLS reported, Bureau of Labor Statistics, that the April unemployment rate was less than expected, 14.7 versus 16%, and the drop in payroll employment, 20.5 million, was also less than the 22.0 million expected. Standard Chartered Bank has calculated that adjustments to the headline unemployment rate pushed the effective numbers of unemployed to 42 million and the effective unemployment rate to 25.5%, higher even than the U6 underemployment rate of 22.8%. Worse, if one treats underemployed in the line with U6 methodology, the true April unemployment numbers would be a rise to a mind-blowing 27.5%. Now, granted, Standard Chartered Bank, wasn't that one of the old club's banks? Wouldn't it behoove them to make sure they put that kind of data out right now? Oh, let's redo the numbers. Make it look worse than, for Trump. Even if the numbers they're doing is right. One of these criminal banks owned by one of the families. How does one get these numbers? As the bank's chief Forex strategist Steve Englander explained, start with the 23.1 million unemployed as published by the Bureau of Labor Statistics. To this, add 8.1 million people who have dropped out of the labor force since February. Previously, the labor force had been growing steadily, so these are likely unemployed. Add back the 7.5 million workers classified as employed but not at work for other reasons. Bureau of Labor Statistics states that these workers are likely misclassified as employed when they are in fact unemployed. Involuntary part-time work for economic reasons has gone up by 6.6 million, and we treat these as half unemployed, i.e. a contribution of 3.3 million. This totals almost 42 million effectively unemployed. And again, if you got some other jabronis, they don't want to go back to work. Why would I go on to work? Think if you're in fast food even. I don't want to go deal with that nonsense stinking up like greasy oil all day. I'd rather stay home and play video games. Why do you think the Wii, what's the new one? The Wii, not the Wii U, the Wii something Lite. There's a Lite version and a regular version. Nintendo Switch, not Wii. Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch Lite. You look for these things online, almost everywhere sold out. Walmart sold out. Best Buy sold out. Other places sold out. Everybody's at home playing video games. I'm not gonna go back to work. What's wrong with you? Commenting on the April Bureau of Labor Statistics report, Englander writes that bad data for the mid-March to April period is largely anticipated by investors. These data were neither good nor bad enough to force investors to adjust expectations. He also expects the May labor data to show deterioration at a slower pace, but think that investors are looking at the balance between initial and continuing claims to assess the pace at which reopening would lead to better labor market outcomes. And while a slowdown in the collapse is expected, after all, there are only so many workers that can be fired, don't expect it anytime soon. As we first noted on Friday, White House economic advisor Kevin Hassett, who said 2 weeks ago that Q2 GDP would be the biggest negative number since the Great Depression, had set the groundwork for an even scarier number next month as the statistics catch up to the reality, warning that unemployment could hit 20% in May, up from 14.7% in April, or rather down from the real 27.5 unemployment rate. Quote, I think this, just looking at the flow of initial claims, it looks like we're probably going to get close to 20% in the next report, Hassett told who? CNN's, of course, State of the Union on Sunday. Gotta have them on CNN. Anything that makes the economy or Trump look bad, put them on CNN. Anyways, refusing to admit that the crucial number, when one eliminates the BLS fudges, is already far higher. Which, I mean, that's true. And shockingly, you think he'd have been all over that. He added that the rate will depend on whether the virus has really abated and if economies are really going again. I would guess middle of summer is when we're going to start to go into the transition phase, said Hassett, adding that he hopes the third and fourth quarters will bring very strong growth. Well, that's what Trump had said, basically. Third and fourth quarter growth is going to be epic. Although, I don't know if, does Trump know what the deep state really has up their sleeve? Because I'm signed up now to Farsight, Courtney Brown's remote viewing site. I'm signed up to the crypto viewing team. I got Cliff High, still we email and stuff. I got Penny Kelly. I got some other woo-woo people. And, some of the stuff they all talk about, it's like, okay, all of you are kind of saying this now. And I don't know if it's going to be smooth after these arrests and things happen. We may have some events coming that maybe Trump didn't anticipate. Because the deep state, realizing we're done for, well, set off that explosion over there. Do this, do that, Maybe he's not quite prepared for that. I don't know. What I say I'll hope is that he nails them, Trump. And actually, you know what? It somewhat is some smooth sailing. Yeah, it's rough, but wow, that was it. They lost. The deep state, it's over. They're gone. They're done. They lost. It's over. There's no big flailing of the tail. One last swipe, But if you're the deep state, what would you do? Just go, fold. I fold my hand. I'm going to fold my hand. No. Well, we're going out. We're going out with a bang anyways. We're going to make a statement. I mean, right? And is the deep state going to be able to get all these liberal leftists to get out and go protest and do all this stuff and cause harm? Again, according to Q, we'll be dealing with that swiftly. The United States military will be taking care of some stuff. And again, don't forget, about a week and a half ago or so, President Trump officially called upon the reserve. It's a done deal. Why would he do that all of a sudden? COVID numbers are going way down. Everything's going to open up. So places are already opening up. What do we need the military for? I want to know, how about a massive operation against the deep state? So anyway, we will see. Looking ahead at the May data, Englander is similarly gloomy and warns that the initial claims have totaled 7 million since the April survey week, and there is no sign that continuing claims are turning around due to rehiring or reopening, adding that at this point it does not look like May employment data will show improvement or even stability. The incoming data looks consistent with the baseline underemployed or UR whatever breaching 20% in May, especially if the response on employed but not at work for other reasons change. In summary, the Trump administration is hoping that within a few months the bottom will be in for the economy. It is also hoping that the official government reports eventually catch down to reality, and that at some point the two series, the actual economy and how the government actually represents it, will converge. The question is when and just how massive the discrepancy between truth and the official data will grow until that happens. Again, it's going to be one hell of an interesting year. This year, I will say this, and I'll guarantee it. I'll just say it. This year will be talked about for like as a massive point in history, because I do believe Trump's going to handle business. It's this year before he gets reelected, and then once he's reelected, like Anthony Shines had said on Twitter, your kids, Trump's last 4 years, your kids, and your kids' kids, and your kids' 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 kids are going to be talking in the future about Donald Trump and what he accomplished and what he did in his last 4 years. He must have some pretty amazing stuff up his sleeve coming our way. And I do believe it. I am drinking that Kool-Aid. Now, if you want to make it awesome, you do half Kool-Aid, half ginger ale. Instead of the rest of it water, half ginger ale. We called that as a kid super juice. And I've mentioned this a very few times on my YouTube channel. Your kids will love it and you will love it. Ginger ale, half, and then regular Kool-Aid with water, whatever, the other half. That's it. Done. So whatever size you do, 2 quarts, 4 quart, whatever, do the mixture right. If you need 2 packets or 3 pack, whatever it is, do the mixture right. And then just figure out, okay, well, it calls for, half a liter, okay, or 1 liter, great. Do 1 liter, well, I'll put 1 liter of soda. Half of that would be 1 liter, usually 2 liter soda. Half of a soda and they're done. Just for example. We liked purple. I like the purple kind, but also the fruit punch is good too. Those are probably 2 of like my favorite ones. And I'm gonna give you a bonus, because I love throwing a bonus. When you're done making it, put it in the freezer. Don't let it freeze fully. Just let it freeze enough to where there's a little bit of ice crystals formed all up in there. Then pull it out. You will say, Joe, what's your crypto wallet? I'm throwing you a donation right freaking now. And I'm going to tell you, I love you. Don't give me the donation. I'm not telling you my numbers, my address. Leave it. Keep it and hang on to it. Take care.